Hello everyone, my name is Bob, and today on Total Toy Recon we will be handling the very new, it just arrived in the mail yesterday, Rumble Society, Baron Benz, and the Aquaticons. Now, what is this? What is who is Baron Benz and what are the Aquaticons? So, Mezco, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that yes, they can produce 112 collective figures for big name properties like DC, Marvel, horror movies, Freddy, Jason, Evil Dead. But from time to time, they make special edition IPs, and these are their own properties that they are releasing characters for. This one, I'm sorry, if maybe the fourth or fifth, maybe the third. There is Gomez, which is their flagship character. He is the logo right here. That's Gomez. He's had multiple releases. They've done a Gomez 112. They have the Rumble Society Pink Skulls, which is 3 figures you get. Very, very cool. And now they have Baron Benz and the Aquaticon. So this is what he's going to look like. I picked up the swag set. So this was a special release. This was the swag set that included a comic book. So if we flip through the comic book right here, art by Michael Oppenheimer. Baron Benz was created by Mez Markowitz. It's written by Mez Markowitz. So we have a very old school, I mean, it's a very Marvel cover right there, but a very old school kind of comic book feel. Got a nice little story here. He crash lands on what we assume is to be Earth, and then he emerges into the sea. Now, what Mezco has done here is they've even gone so further as they have the little clip-on ads. Here's another Doc Nocturnal hand silk screen poster. So it's a tease of something that we did not see at Toy Fair. And we do have a little bit about him. We have all kinds of cool things about his weapons. But then again, we have Doc Nocturnal, the Phantom Knight here on the back, very much in the style of a Tales from the Crypt comic, which I cannot wait to see this in its awesomeness. God only knows if this was going to be a Comic-Con exclusive or something, but I think it's going to be a hot seller. So there's Gomez himself. I do have the Special Agent Gomez. So we've got a lot of cool things, but we have different helmets and things. But this is just an extra little incentive to take you one step further into the world that Mezco is building with its own characters. They also included a nice big Mezco sticker. Thank you for being a Mezco, customer, Mezco concierge. Now, they included a special button. Well, it's a pin. I'm sorry. It's a pin of the Rumble Society. And this is for the Order of the Holy Divers, Baron Benz. Now, I have to say, I went to the Mezco booth at Toy Fair. I had a Rumble Society skull pin on. Not one Mezco representative said anything to me. So next year, I think I'll wear this and see if anybody says anything to me. But I had the pin on. I even have it in the video, and nobody said anything. So they do these little, what are you most excited about here videos at Toy Fair, and I was in this one. So now, they did include a 20th anniversary micro Mezit. So, yes, it does look like a certain, I'm not going to say what it is, but it does look like a certain thing. If you open this up, now I did get one at Toy Fair. It is their little icon as a Mezit. That's their little property. Another one of their little things. That's what they have, their own little figures. And he came with a boombox, which is pretty cool. So, that's what's inside there. So, you see it's a boombox. So I do have, this is my second one of these, so this is an extra, so I just figured I'd open it instead of having another one going around. I do really want to do like an Indiana Jones kind of thing, where this is the gold statue instead of the fertility idol. And the last thing that was in there, and this is going to be hard to show you, but they included a t-shirt, very much in the style, kind of like an alternate cover of what you got, in the old Marvel Comics kind of style, banned by the Comics Code cronies, which is a nice touch. 25 cents, 1973, March 17th. I believe that's when he may have gone on for sale. But it's a nice shirt. It came in my size. Rumble Society, LG, printed in the USA. Very nice. This was a nice touch. And another cool thing, that you're out wearing this and someone else sees it, they know what it is. And it kind of looks as if this may glow in the dark. Not 100% sure, but this kind of does look like it glows in the dark. So I will definitely check that out on the later site. And I love that it put a UPC code on there. I wonder if those numbers mean anything. It could. But you are here to look at the figure. So let's get into Baron Benz and find out just how cool this is. Now, I am going to open up the comic book here, and definitely so we can go through it and I can name some of these weapons just a tad better. So we open this up. Look at these doors. Oh, look at that. Now that's nice. Really nice. A nice touch. Got a little fish. Got the trident. It's not really a trident, more of a hook. I tried to do this yesterday, and I do have a full unboxing of it. Just unboxing of the mail itself. So we have some tissue paper here. I'm going to put everything here to the side so that nothing gets torn. It's really, really a beautiful set. The gold box is nice, and we'll get him out of here. So this is going to be a little bit longer today, a little bit longer review, just because there's so much going on here. And it's a different box, too. One thing that Mezco has really done as elevated packaging and really made a special release like this all the more worthwhile. This may not even be worth me pulling it out of here, but we're just going to find out just to be sure. Mezco likes to put things underneath, not underneath this box, underneath this package. So we'll move the Baron Benz box out. Very nice. Love that museum quality style. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So here we have an additional... This is the stand. We've got tubes and wires. We've got the extra hook, so we can hook him and make him look like he's floating. And then, of course, Mezco, for all their 112 collectives, they include a bag, so you can put all this stuff in there. Now, as you can see, this is the front, but the packaging here is just brilliant. And really, some of the other toy companies could really learn from Mezco for what they do. So we have... Wow, there's a lid on top of this, too. So, multiple things here to unpackage. So, here we have some, we have the water, so we can give that extra illusion. And then we have the fish and these, like, deep-sea nocturnal creatures. Look at the details here. So, the jaw moves. Didn't count on a point of articulation. These are very translucent and also nice. Oh, wow. Look at that. So we do have the fishies, and it's almost like it's mechanical and not at the same time. It's like a hybrid. Look at that. Amazing. And there are 3 of those here. So we have that. I don't know why I'm going to reseal this, because I'm probably going to have to open everything to show you how awesome all this is. And so we actually get 4 fish. Now, I learned my lesson earlier in the week. I did review an Evil Dead. So... I'm going to get these out of the way. I did review an Evil Dead release on the show. So, now when I saw him at Toy Fair, I was blown away. It was something new, something different. You know, something that's standing out from the crowd. I mean, you can only see so many Captain Americas, so many Supermans after a while, and you're just like, oh, wow, another one. Yeah, great. All right, this one's cool. Now, if you collect a line, like the 112 Collective, you're going to be drawn to it over a Marvel Universe or, you know, like a Diamond Select, because it is something a little bit different. It's a higher quality, not something that everyone else has. So, do an instant pose, and with the posability of a 112, I know it's going to stand on its own. Absolutely fabulous. Just, it's amazing. Like the clothes, everything. So let's look at the back details here. So we have lots of pipes and tubes. There's no real instructions. So you basically could go off the photos that these pipes and tubes all have to be connected with the wires that they gave us, which is ultimately just fascinating and cool. So with all the diving things. So there are 2 helmets here. Now, it says here in the comic, he currently travels the cosmos in between his stays on foreign worlds where he can find sanctum in the briny tides, adding to his collection of treasures and relics for reasons unknown. Now, it does show in the comic that this lifts up, so let's see if it does. Look at that. Oh, my God. Mezco just nailed it. It's fabulous. Like, this is their own thing. And I've said this a few times in some of my reviews, so if you've heard it before, please forgive me. These boots. Oh, look at those boots. I've said this a few times, that a toy that doesn't have a property or a new figure that doesn't have his story told yet is completely fascinating to me, because I can make my own adventure. I can make him be a hero, be a villain, be a smuggler, a pirate. Anything that I want him to be, he can be. So the hands come on and off very, very easily. We'll flip this down. Now, another thing that that really fascinated me with the Baron here, oh wow, is that the helmet that actually initially grabbed my attention was the alternate helmet. So this also says that Baron Benz is the last remaining Aqua Knight of the Order of the Holy Divers, beings that warred over the cosmic realm many a millennia ago. This octopus, almost like Brainiac kind of ship helmet, was the one that really grabbed my attention. Now, it doesn't have the flip up, so let's pop this off here. Whew, that came off super easy. Oh, look at this. So here they've added cloth around the edge of the neck to give it that extra kind of mobility, and it's just not a straight piece of plastic coming up, but it moves and breathes. Oh, that's fantastic. So we put the helmet on. Yeah, this is cool and different. I like it. It's very much like the Thinker from the Hulk, and I like that it flips up, which is a nice touch. But that helmet is, oh yeah, it's got that like Black Manta kind of feel to it. You know, definitely like a villain. So he's got these hands right here, I think, are more for diving, for like reaching out and swimming. So we'll move those off this. So we get six hands. We get 3 sets of hands. And the color scheme is just unbelievable. Now, I was showing this, of all things, to my mother-in-law when I got it yesterday. And the first thing that she said was, do you have something that you can display this in? Because it looks really, really cool. And I was like, oh, no, but you're right. It needs to have some sort of like glass container, like the kind that you buy at IKEA, or some sort of like fish tank dome thing that you can suspend him in, or put him on the plastic arm that he comes with, and then just have him floating. So it's such a fabulous look and feel to this. Now, these hands are very giving, which is nice. Ooh, look at this. So translucent blue plastic here to show this off. Oh, so we have a nice little like razor almost here, and then we have a nice hook on the bottom. I don't think Aquaman had anything that cool. Look at that. Oh, and look how he just holds it and poses it like perfectly right out of the box. So in this, so this is the Triton here is called the Omni Glaive. So it says here in the comic that the Omni Glaive is a hook and staff furnished with the Nova Blade, a solidified light energy that can shear through almost any substance. That is awesome. I don't know. Let's give credit to the writer here, to Mez Markowitz. Just amazing. Really, really, really cool. Really cool. So we do have the gold chain here. So this is the way of woes. The way of woes, a gilded anchor-shaped weapon forged from the underwater volcanic furnaces of his stronghold planetoid, infused with the Nigeti, an antimatter of immense density. The way of woes can also create energy bursts of energy blasts or shields when spun. So I guess if you would do like the Thor thing and spin this, he could create a really cool, like powerful kind of blast. So this is awesome. You can hook it around his hand, which is kind of nice. But you could also put it here and attach it. So let's do that. Oh, don't worry. We'll switch the heads back out and give it a little bit more character. So we attach that, and then we set this up. This is just like a little bit of jewelry chain. It's not very heavy. Can also put it in there like that. That is cool. Look at that. Okay, so now, as we were reading everything from this little story that's inside the comic book, which is just fabulous. Okay, so these are the actual Aquaticons, the fish. So we have 4 Aquaticons that come with it. They're the Baron's elite robotic troop with integrated AI. The Aquaticons receive commands telepathically from the Baron via the tech in his helmet. So these are the Aquaticons, and their jaws do move. Oh, look at that. That's so awesome. So that's our other little thing right there. So let's do the rest of this here, because this is just beyond. So we have a little bit of the blue water, which I think is nice, because if you don't actually have any kind of water set up, I really wanted to have some sort of water thing going on here. But inside my light box, that's a little weird. So, there's so many moving parts to these. So I'm getting the arm out right now. And then we have the stand. And one thing I love about these stands is they actually include this little piece of plastic over top of it, which keeps the dust off. That sounds nutty, but if you've ever had Sideshow Collectibles and you have these like figures out and stuff, the stands get really kind of dusty and grimy. So it's nice to have that extra little bit of protection and maintain the color. So I'm just going to put this back in his hand. So we have that there like that. And then we can have these Aquaticons. So I do have all these wires and ropes for the back of the outfit. I'm not going to put these on, but they are bendy, and they have like a little bit of wiring inside them so that you can shape and shift them. They will clearly go here to here to here to here and all that kind of neat stuff. I didn't see it that way when it was displayed, so it doesn't really ring true for me, like something that I have to put out. So I'm going to leave those out, and that's my creative choice to do that. I just don't feel as if it's necessary. And I'm already like freaking out, like trying to figure out how I'm going to put all this stuff back into the box. So let's give them that floating, let's give them that floating feel. Oh, okay. So I was looking for where I would attach this, and it looks like I have to, does it go? Oh, that's weird. I guess I have to pull this off. I didn't think I'd have to. Do I push that in? Okay, so it comes with the arm. It comes with the arm, but I don't see where I would attach it to the base. There's no hole. Okay, so I'm not seeing a hole here anywhere. I do have this piece right here, but it's not really feeling like it should pop out. So this arm would go back here. I know I have other ones of these. I got to open this up a little bit further. There it goes. So I attach this here, and then I could give him his feeling that he was floating like this. So I could do that. No, so that's my only criticism is I think this is supposed to pop out, but I'm not going to push it out to attach the arm, though I kind of wanted to do it with this one more than anyone to give him that floating kind of look of this nature. So that's a little odd. That may be my only criticism, because I'm not going to risk breaking it just to see if it pops out. And I would like to say that I did pay for this myself. This was not given to me by Mezco. I purposely went out and got this because I really, really liked it. So I did pay for this myself. So this is a review that is completely unsolicited by Mezco. But there he is, back with the helmet on. Let's do the close-up. And really just, this is very, very thin, translucent plastic. And that's not I don't have an issue with that. It's just kind of neat that it's actually been supplied. So you get the Aquaticon right down there at the bottom and give you a full shot. So, I am absolutely 100% thrilled. The only thing I would say, so we'd say 99% thrilled. It's just this arm. I don't understand why this is the way that it is, but it's a little unusual. Yeah, I don't know why that's not anywhere that I can attach it. I'll make a quick pass, not missing a stand or a little plastic piece anywhere that should go with it. So I don't quite understand why this doesn't have a base to set the arm in. But nice to have an extra arm. It also is very standard of these items, except for the wires. That would be at the bottom of Mezco box. So overall, Love it. I think it's a fabulous release. I think it's nice to have something unique and different and special in the collection that stands out. It's definitely a conversation piece. I would like to read more about this comic. Wish there was more. There are several QR codes that I'm going to have to press and find out what else is in there. So, again, my name is Bob. Thank you for tuning in. This has been a review by Total Toy Recon. This is the Mezco 112 Collective, Baron Benz, and the Aquaticons. Now, this is currently on a wait list on Mezco, so you're probably going to have to find it on the secondary market right now. And even then, you probably won't get a swag set t-shirt in the size that you'd like. But otherwise, this is a fabulous release. If you can find it on the secondary market, I recommend it. And if they put it back up for sale, definitely go out and get it. Thank you for tuning in. Have